Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you how to make this raccoon lovey. So I'll leave a link in the description for the star blanket and the hexagon. You can use either one, and how to crochet the arms. Okay, so all you're going to need is some cotton yarn in white, black and grey, a yarn needle, a 3mm hook, a pair of scissors and some stuffing. To start, take your black cotton yarn, make a slip knot, chain 2, and then make 6 single crochets in the first chain that you made. Pull the tail tight. And then in the next row we're just going to single crochet around, so 1 in each stitch. Okay, so you should still have 6 single crochets around. For the next row we're going to increase to 12, but we need to change from black to white. So go into the next stitch and make a slip stitch with the white. Okay, and then knot the two ends together. Okay, so once you've knotted the two ends together, cut your black yarn, and then you want to chain 1 and make 2 single crochets in the same stitch that you slip stitched into. And then 2 single crochets in each stitch around. Okay, once you've increased to 12, you just want to do 1 row of single crochet. So just 1 in each stitch. Okay, after that row we need to increase to 18. 1 single crochet in the first stitch, 1 increase in the second stitch. Okay, so it increases 2 single crochets in the same stitch. So just do that all the way back to the stitch marker, 1 single crochet, 1 increase in the next stitch. Okay, now that we've increased to 18, in the next row we're going to change to grey. So slip stitch to the next stitch, so insert your hook, change to grey, and pull it through. Okay, knot the two ends together and cut the white yarn. So for this row we just want a single crochet around. So chain 1, put 1 single crochet in the same stitch that you slip stitched into, and then 1 in each stitch. So at the end of this row you should still have 18. Okay, once you've single crocheted around for 18 stitches, in the next row you want to increase to 24. So 1 single crochet in the first stitch, 1 single crochet in the second stitch, and 1 increase in the third stitch. Okay, so 2 single crochets and an increase. Okay, once you've increased to 24, and the next row we're going to increase to 30. So 3 single crochets, and an increase. Okay, so just do that until you get back to your stitch marker. Okay, once you've increased to 30, in the next row we're going to increase to 36. So 4 single crochets, and an increase. Okay, so that's how it looks once you've increased to 36. So next we're just going to do 5 rows of single crochet, so just 1 in each stitch for 5 rows. Okay. Okay, so I'll stop the video here and I'll do my 5 rows and come back and show you how it looks. Okay, so here's how it looks after my 5 rows. Right. In the next row we're going to start to decrease, so we're going to go from 36 to 30. So single crochet 4. And then make a decrease. So go through the front loop of the first stitch, the front loop of the second stitch, yarn over and pull through those 2 loops, yarn over and pull through the last 2. Okay, so 4 single crochets and a decrease until you get back to the stitch marker. Okay, so a decrease is the front loop of the first stitch, front loop of the second stitch, yarn over and pull through the first two, yarn over and pull through the last two. Okay, once you've decreased down to 30, you just want to do one row of single crochet. So just one in each stitch for one row. Okay, so once you've single crocheted around, in the next row we're going to decrease to 24. So single crochet 3 and a decrease. Okay, 3 single crochets and a decrease until you get back to the stitch marker. Okay, once you've finished decreasing down to 24, in the next row we're going to decrease to 18. So single crochet 2 and a decrease. Okay, 2 single crochets and a decrease until you're back at the stitch marker. Okay, so once I finished decreasing down to 18, I've stuffed it. In the next row you want to decrease to 12. So 1 single crochet and 1 decrease. Okay, you want to do that until you get back to the stitch marker. 1 single crochet and 1 decrease. Okay, once you've decreased down to 12, in the last row you want to decrease every stitch, so you'll go from 12 single crochets to 6. So it's just 6 decreases. Okay, once you've decreased down to 6, you want to cut your yarn long enough to stitch it onto the blanket. Pull it through. And then you just want to weave the tail through the front loops of each of the last 6 stitches. Okay, and pull the tail tight. Okay, next you want to make the eyes. So take your black cotton yarn, make a slip knot, chain 4, then you want to skip the last chain that you made and put 1 single crochet in each stitch. So you should have 3 single crochets. Okay. For the next row, chain 1 and turn. And then you want to put 1 increase in each of the 3 stitches. So that's 2 single crochets in each stitch. So at the end of this row you should have 6 single crochets. For the next row you want to change to white. So chain 1 with your white and turn. And then you want to make 1 single crochet in each stitch. Okay, and then you just want to chain 1 and you want to cut your white and black long enough to stitch it on. Okay, next I'm going to make the ears. So take your grey yarn, make a slip knot, chain 4, skip the last chain that you made, make 1 single crochet in the next stitch, 1 single crochet in the next one, and then in this last stitch make 3 single crochets all in the same stitch. Okay, then you need to turn and work in the back of the chain. You want to make 2 single crochets. Okay, one in there and one in the next one. Then you want to slip stitch to the start and change to white. Okay, knot the two ends together. And then you can cut the grey long enough to stitch it on. Next you want to single crochet 3, 1 in each stitch. Okay, in this next stitch we're going to single crochet 1, chain 1, and another single crochet in the same stitch. Next you want to single crochet 3, 1 in each stitch. Okay, chain 1 and turn. And you want to single crochet 4, 1 in each stitch. Chain 2 and single crochet 4. Okay, chain 1 and then you can cut your yarn. Okay, and to stitch on the eyes, I do it right on this white line, and I have the widest side on the center, in the center. Okay. And I leave a little gap in the middle as well. Okay, so I stitched on, I used the black tail to stitch on along here, and then I used the white tail to stitch along the top and make these little eyes, and then I stitched the ears about 5 rows back. Okay, 2 stitches between them. Okay. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.